Folks, welcome back. Let's continue our coverage of David Sedler's Oscar-winning script, The King's Speech. I'm David Mulligan, and this is the Writers Bloc on Virtual Channel Network. You know how they, when you're writing a spec script and you're trying to get advice from other people, screenwriting gurus, books, and whatnot, and they always say, show, don't tell, and you can't... Well, this is kind of a hard thing. You can't show what they're feeling, but that's broken a lot, and I'm sort of gravitating away from that. There are certain places that you really should put how the character feels, because to feel any other way would change the story, would change the message, the theme of the story of what we're trying to show the audience. But in this case, it's a little bit different. We'll get into that, but take a look at this. At the bottom of 40, you see, last piece of action description, a knock at the door. Lionel is not expecting anyone. You can show that. An actor can show that. You can knock on the door, and he is expecting someone, and he has a different sort of way that he gets up from whatever he's doing or whatever. But that if he's not expecting somebody, I wonder what that is. And that's good for the audience, too, that sense of anticipation. And he just does it with a quick little line. He doesn't say... Somebody didn't say, well, are you expecting somebody? Why, no, I'm not. Well, I better go get it. I hope it's okay. And, you know, that, no. One little line, let's get moving, and the actor can do it. That's the thing, is when you write a script and you're having your actors do things, or you're getting in the head of the actor, of the character, for the actor, can the actor do it? Can the actor actually perform the action description that you put down? And sometimes, you know, I've read a lot of spec scripts and novice scripts where I ask the writer, I go, well, do it for me. Or direct me. You're the director. You wrote the script. Of course, it's in your imagination. I'll be the actor. Here's the line. How do you want me to do it? And 9 times out of 10, when they really get into the idea, into their imagination, their memory of that scene and how that is, their action description changes. They add a little bit. They change it around a little bit, and then I understand, and then the reader understands, and then the actor and the director and everybody else who gets the script afterwards, they understand. So something to consider. You got to think about that, and I like the way that David Sedler does it right here. Oh, I like this. And again, you know what? This is part of the same thing as what I was talking about. 44, the middle piece of action description, just a short sentence, an uncomfortable silence. Too much has been said. An actor can do that. I can do that. I understand that. I mean, I'm not an actor, but you know what I mean. I understand it. It's something that the audience sees on the screen, something that the reader readily understands. And actually, if you read the piece of dialogue right before it, yeah, too much has been said. But it's cool. It's cool. Something to consider. Take a look at that. I love this. I think this was done very well, and I like to be mindful of what I see in my mind when I'm telling a story, and rather than give where the camera is set up for a particular shot, hinting at it, but not only hinting at it, showing why it's why the shot should be this way and how it feels. The first piece of action description on 58. Bertie strides off in a fury. Lionel, equally angry, goes in the other direction. 2 men moving apart in the cold, wintry landscape, the ground mist rising. Now think about that shot, right? He's a screenwriter. He's not the director. He's not the director of photography. But he gives a really, really important image. It means something. There's real substance to this of, Bertie goes one direction, Lionel goes one, but then we pull back because it says 2 men moving apart in the cold, wintry landscape. Hey, the only way to get a cold, wintry landscape is to pull back, right? The ground mist rising. Even the ground mist rising has a certain kind of feel to it as they're storming away from each other. Good stuff, good stuff. And just a sentence, but look how much it tells. So when you're writing your stories, think about that. Rather than say, oh, well, we pull back to reveal, or establishing shot or whatever. You know what? You might be able to say it in a certain way that speaks to the writer as a story, but retains the image that will eventually be on screen to compel the audience to feel a certain way, you know? All right, well, that's it for today. I hope that you join me next time on the Writers Bloc for Virtual Channel Network. I'm David Mulligan, your host. Next time we'll continue our coverage of David Sedler's The King's Speech.